In the last video, I talked about group military games and how far they have drastically changed from previous versions. They have now gone from raids and wars against other groups to borders, academies, and forts with low effort and ridiculous game passes. As I was remembering how these games were, another type of game came to my mind. You've played at least 10 of them in your time on Roblox. I'm talking about the glorious nature of Tycoons. Tycoons have had all of their creativity destroyed from the platform. All of the unique charms I've seen from them are now long gone. For example, a game would be 2-player Gear War Tycoon. Instead of only being locked behind a few weapons available to your Tycoon, you could head to the shop and were able to choose from a wide selection of weapons. Rather than it costing money, it cost skills. This encouraged you to fight other players to get better and stronger gear. Since the Tycoon was split between 2 players, they both had to actually work together in order to expand their base. The builder was the one that built the overall base and helped with income. The fighter was able to buy defenses for your base and expand your armory. Unfortunately, with today's Tycoons, they have now also fallen into greedy hands. It is worse than I remember. They are now copying and pasting thumbnails, descriptions, and game passes. It's lifeless, boring, and doesn't have any replayability. These Tycoons are using Roblox gears, meaning most of them will be incredibly underwhelming and weak. I joined Superhero Tycoon, and it does not look very super. The bases look incredibly dull and none of them stand out. Even the weapons they have don't correlate to the type of superhero they are. Why would Captain America own these swords? It's lazily put together and incredibly obvious they are not trying. The devs are taking advantage of the kids that aren't aware of what they are playing. I decided to join the 2-player Tycoons. They now both have the same layout. There are no roles that you can play as. All of the buttons are the same and parallel to each other, with the exception being the gears that you get. Not all Tycoons are like this, however, but I'm calling out the ones that are pulling this behavior. It makes it harder for other Tycoons to get the spotlight they need. Not to mention, with the search function and recommended games section showing brain rot or the same games, it's impossible for me to look for old games now. It is filled with barfing rainbows and oversaturated brightness turned to the max with these thumbnails. It's hard to make out what I'm seeing sometimes. Times are unfortunately changing. Aside from playing games like Retro Studio and Super Nostalgia Zone or looking through an old user's favorite games, there isn't really a good way to look for and experience them. I hope more people become interested in playing old games again. Thanks for watching, guys. I'll do my best to keep these videos going. It will take some time, so please be patient. A lot of people have been coming onto the channel lately. As I mentioned before, I'll do another guide on a game eventually. Until next time, take care.